Well, hey now, everybody. It's the Rob from 106.1 KISS FM here with my tag team partner in podcasting, or should I say my tag team Look at you. My tag team partners in podcasting. Say hello to the wonderful Jerry Valeri, who's a hugger, along with his little partner in crime there, Bailey. Good morning, guys.
It's less creepy when Bailey does the hugging. How are you doing, Rob? Hi, Rob. I'm Bailey. Hi.
Well, let's get things started by saying that, well, I was going to make a joke about how I didn't have an interview this time around, even though every other station in the building did. But I'll just say you did get a WWE interview this time around, and it was with Bailey.
It was with Bailey. I didn't just get the WWE didn't just give me an interview. They gave me an interview. They found out that Bailey was my daughter's favorite wrestler, so they gave me the cutout. They gave me a Bobby Roode shirt. They gave us a program, a John Cena hat, and then I have tickets to the show. Like, I had a nice little care package waiting for me on Monday.
That's fantastic. They're great about stuff like that. And Bailey, I'll tell you this: you're up towards the front, right?
Yeah. And, you know, most of the credit goes to the Bryce Jordan Center for setting that up, not the WWE. The WWE doesn't know my daughter or care about her, but they did. So they set it up with Bailey. So that was cool.
So I'm sorry, which one set up? Was it BJC or was it WWE?
The BJC, Bryce Jordan Center, really rolled out the red carpet for me in particular and really helped.
Well,
yeah, we're going to be second row in promoter seats. So we're right there in the action.
Let me tell you this. You've already got probably a 75% chance of getting a high five or a hug from Bailey for your daughter. If she makes a sign for Bailey, I would say it's about a 97% chance.
We're bringing this in. It folds up. We're bringing that in, and she's waving. And she's also bringing a box of Girl Scout cookies because during the interview, I recorded it yesterday. You know, Radio Magic. I recorded the interview yesterday at 2:30. Allie didn't have school because of Martin Luther King Jr. So I brought her in. It's her favorite wrestler, and I let her ask Bailey some questions.
Oh, that's fantastic.
She asked her, "Who's your best friend?" And Bailey said, "It's Sasha Banks and Carmella." And she said, who do you like to hug the most? And she said, Finn Balor.
I imagine it's pretty huggable.
And then the third question was, will you buy some Girl Scout cookies for me?
Dude, that's awesome.
And she was like, oh, I love Thin Mints. Absolutely. I'll take some Thin Mints. And then at the end of the interview, Allison was like, so I'll bring the box on Saturday. And she's like, oh, geez, okay. I'll make sure I put a $5 bill in my boot.
Did she say that?
She did, yeah.
That'd be so amazing if she actually gave you money for those.
Yeah, and we had the cookies waiting for her, and then here's the cookies.
Will you bring the cookies and actually offer them to her?
Absolutely. I've already talked to the Jordan Center staff, and they'll let me bring the cookies in.
That's fantastic. Look at you.
Yeah.
You are the #1 broadcast personality in State College, Pennsylvania for a reason.
I'm glorious.
By the way, don't forget, Jerry's actually in the Bryce Jordan Center's television commercial.
I am. I think that's why they did this for me so much. I've thought it was interesting that they gave me a Bobby Roode shirt since he's not coming. But whatever.
From my experience, they get a package from WWE that they're allowed to do promotionally what they want with, and they probably chose to promotionally give you what they got.
Right. That sounds good to me. I was hoping for a Braun Strowman shirt, but whatever.
Hey, I'd be happy with that. I didn't even notice you're wearing it until you pointed it out. So, by the way, under this shirt, I'm going to make you happy. You ready?
Ready.
Now,
Show me.
I get to take a shirt off now. You ready?
Do it. Take it off. What do we have here? Let me see. Can't see. Hold on. I'm screwing something up.
I feel really gay doing this.
Oh, you're wearing it again?
It's an undershirt. It's only for the audience today.
What are you doing?
I'm not going to wear it in public. I wear it around the house.
When I saw the T-shirt in the pile and everything else that I saw, I was like, they just gave me a Bailey shirt. I'm never wearing it.
They gave you a Bailey shirt?
No, I thought that's what this was at first because it's purple, and I thought it was Bailey, but it's Bobby Roode.
Well, I was wearing this around the house yesterday with the Ninja Turtle pajama pants that I got from Steve, and I just looked a hot mess. I looked ridiculous yesterday. So, but I'm engaged now, so Brittany's locked in.
Let it go. No, they didn't sign any paperwork yet, baby. You got to fake it for a couple more months. You have to fake it. They announced our main event. Bailey's gonna, it's funny. Bailey spent the whole time kind of like shooting on Asuka, And I didn't want to break her heart and be like, you don't have a chance of ever beating Asuka.
Well, I can tell you that also in my experience, I mean, if did Bayley tell you the main event, or is it what's running on the advertisements?
Well, so the advertisements, WWE, and the new advertisement running, the video advertisement last night, it's a very realistic main event that they're calling. They're calling, you've got Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins defending the titles against The Bar, and you have Roman Reigns defending the Intercontinental Championship against The Miz. Also, we're expected to get Braun Strowman, Kane, Asuka, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, and Mickie James are going to fight for the championship too. So
I'll say that
doesn't seem like anything that they'll change much.
Here's what we were advertised. We were advertised to get Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns. This is back when Joe was still fine. Right. And what wound up happening was the Shield, Reigns, Jordan, and Rollins took on Joe and The Bar. So I'd say you got a 50% chance of that match happening.
But Joe's not coming.
Right, but he's not also advertised in that spot either. Joe's
not coming. Paige isn't going to show up. I don't see Paige. She's not wrestling though, right?
She was only a corner person in our match. She was in the corner of Deville and Rose. Look at me knowing the names.
Look at you finally knowing the names. It's so good.
So, you want to chat about Raw last night?
I would love to, and I'll just go right ahead and say that I loved Raw.
Oh, I didn't love Raw. By the way, real quick, when's your show again? What day this week is your show?
Saturday night at 7:30.
Have an awesome time.
Thank you. I think it's going to be fun. I was really nervous, though, last night. I was like, if Braun Strowman is fired and he doesn't come to the house show, I'm going to be ticked. Because, I mean, that's $30 they lost, because I was going to buy a Braun Strowman shirt. I love that dude.
His stuff with Kane is not a official match, but is it's probably the highlight of the show. So I don't know if you'll get the same thing we got, but his stuff with Kane is fun.
I just hope he comes out and starts breaking stuff again. And I think that's why I loved the show last night and why you didn't, because I love when he does it. And you're going to say it was over the top, and I'm going to say it was just right.
Yeah, I do think it was over the top. Today's video is called Braun Strowman Topples a WWE production truck.
Love it. Loved it. The only thing I didn't like was they had a camera on top of the production truck.
So why do you dislike that? Because I noticed that too, but you're cherry picking what you find unbelievable.
Well, no, I don't. I didn't say it was all believable. I didn't like that. I thought it was funny that the people in the production truck, so one of the women was laughing like she was a terrible actor.
They were all really, those guys in the truck were all, the best was watching an old guy scurry back into the room. That was my favorite because he just looked like, what am I doing? I'm not an actor. Like, it was the best fake scurry I've ever seen.
Like, oh no,
yeah,
I don't know how to act.
And he was old. Like, I mean, I'm talking like, probably pushing 60.
And I got some humor out of Braun Strowman. I was like, they're not going to let him break anything in this truck. And he went in and threw some papers and threw a coat, and he didn't break anything in that truck because that truck cost more than his life. That's a $12 million truck. That's not a work production truck. That's a shoot production truck. That thing's crazy.
And I thought that going inside actually hurt the deal because you're right. If he's that pissed and that's what we're doing, why is he going in the production truck valued at $12 million and throwing papers?
Yeah, but I liked it, and I liked when he flipped the truck, and you know that it's being towed on one side, and it's rigged. It's like I did with the ambulance, and just like you did with the rig. Like, I'm 40 years old, I totally get it, but I'm telling you, when Evan watches that today, he's going to lose his mind. He asked all week if Brock Lesnar was still in the hospital. Like, he doesn't. It's so amazing watching it with kids, and I don't mind it. And I like Braun Strowman, and I like the Monster, and they're doing him completely right. The problem is, for me, if I have any problem at all, it's that he's flipping trucks. He's murdering them with backstage trusses and grappling hooks. He's destroying everything in his path. But one F5 is still going to get the 1, 2, 3. And that annoys me.
You're right. And that's where my problem comes in too. Although, like I said, it not only was it like, I do think they went to a video package last night. I don't think the truck tipping was live.
No, I don't think so either.
and it was edited too quickly. All those jump shots made it look so unbelievable. And then just watching the size of that truck, I was like, really? And my note about that was, and I get that it's fun for everybody, and I'm the turd in the punch bowl, and I get it.
Because they are fun. Aren't they fun?
A little bit. But it was so over the top. I thought it was the worst edited, elaborate stunt they may have ever done.
Well, they cut too many times. There were too many cut angles.
And then you put the camera on top of the truck. Like, come on now. And also keep in mind, the truck he's toppling supposedly, or, damaging, was supposed to be being controlled by those people in the control room.
But it was detached. He detached it, remember? That's why he drove it off of that truck. So he wasn't flipping the production truck.
Okay.
He was flipping the cab.
I don't want to
he flipped the cab.
I don't want to come down on it because it was the right thing to do. I just, in fact, I could apply this to two things, because there's another thing they did last night that is the right thing to do, just doesn't resonate with me. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
They announced what I presume will be the head of the class for the Hall of Fame this year.
Right. Well, and I was going to ask you about that. Do you think he'll be the head of the class? I said today on the air, because I do like a thing of things trending, and Goldberg was trending because of it. And I said, I think he'll be the biggest living name they announce. They usually do a big dead person too.
The head of the class to me is the person who goes in last. And I do think Goldberg will be the main event of the Hall of Fame this year.
Okay.
And just so people know, I have never been a Goldberg mark. I understand his place in wrestling history, which he does have one. I understand his importance to wrestling history, which is substantial. A good induction to me is like one that we haven't heard from in a minute. And Goldberg, we just had so much of him recently. I just watched his 24 special, which pretty much is like a Hall of Fame induction package. I'm not excited to see Goldberg in 3 months. But
I think he deserves it, and I was a Goldberg mark. But I know what you mean. Like, we just went from a WrestleMania where he was one of the main events. Yeah. He was defending the Universal Championship last year, and this year he's going into the Hall of Fame.
But I don't want to make it seem like he's not worthy of being a Hall of Famer. In fact, he's even worthy of being the headliner of a Hall of Fame. He's just not my cup of tea, and this is not the right year for me.
I heard Sting might go in.
I thought Sting already is in.
Is Sting already in? I didn't think Sting was in yet.
I'm almost positive Sting's in. I could be wrong.
If Sting's not in, I thought I heard Sting was going to go in, and I thought he would be the only thing that would be bigger than Goldberg. But why would they do both of them in 1 year?
Well, I know who's supposed to be the next, or at least another big name being discussed. Or let me just Google, is Sting in the WWE Hall of Fame? I'm almost positive he is.
All right.
Yeah, Sting 2016.
2016. So Sting went in last year, and I forgot it completely.
No, 2 years ago, bud.
Oh yeah.
I think it was it might have been the year he wrestled Triple H. I'm not positive about that part though.
Why would he do that? I guess that's why, because I'm thinking he wrestled Triple H, so it couldn't have been that year, and it wasn't before that. But I guess if he's in, he's in.
Yeah, he's in. The other name I'm hearing being discussed is the Dudley Boyz.
Okay. I'd be okay with that too. They won't main event it.
It's just not like that. That's not another like must have for me that like, and my biggest complaint about these things is A, how long they are, and B, how many people go in. And I just feel like if they would just cut their classes down to like, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe 5 tops people a year, you'd have such a great show every year, but they'll never do it.
They always go with like an oldie, a deadie, and a biggie.
There's a celebrity, and there's the Warrior Award, the Conor Crusher thing.
Right.
I've lost you. What are you doing?
I'm looking at spoiler names for the Hall of Fame, and they're all garbage. It's a stupid site.
Yeah, just Goldberg and Dudley Boyz are supposed to be the big names for the living people this year.
Oh, there's one I have heard though for a celebrity. It wouldn't surprise me.
Who?
Kid Rock.
Yeah, man. Boy, he's a guy.
it's getting thin.
Man, when I was in high school and college, I really was into Kid Rock. And now I look back on myself and be like, what the hell was wrong with you?
What are you doing?
Yeah, like he had a few albums that I still think are good, but he's just an annoying douche.
I'm sure everybody that's ever dated him, like Pam Anderson's like, what was I thinking?
Dude, I heard him on the Howard Stern show maybe 2 months ago. I could not begin to tell you how annoying I found him. It's the most annoying interview I just can't think of a more annoying interview than Kid Rock. And Stern's the man. Like Stern's, when it comes to interviewing, you can't blame Howard for it being an annoying interview.
No, you really can't.
So that was my thought on that. What other notes did I have from last night? Tell me if you agree or disagree with this. I think I might be more excited for Raw 25 than I am the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see a lot of faces. I think there'll be more surprises at Raw 25 than you'll get at the Royal Rumble.
Well, I don't know if surprise is the right word because they're giving everybody away. Like they're not saving any surprises.
Yeah, they're letting us know the Brother Love's showing up. They're letting us know all kinds of stuff.
So many huge names announced for this. Now, I will say this. The show is likely to disappoint, and I'll tell you why. When they get these ensemble casts together like they've got for the Raw 25, which I'm so happy is going to be from both the Barclays Center and the Manhattan Center, which, if Jerry remembers, I used to live in.
You used to live there. What floor were you on?
27th.
And what floor was the ballroom?
It occupies, I think, 5 stories. I believe it's like 5 to 10 or something.
So you were close to it. You were 13 floors above it.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, I think it's just going to be a lot of awkward comedy and just like people, like Farouk will get his damn in, and that's never like cool. Okay, whatever. I
mean, you're going to get a lot of that. These things usually remind me that when he's not wrestling, I hate Shawn Michaels.
That's probably a fair assessment.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a lot of J&O, a lot of that.
Yeah,
a lot of J&O, but it will still be fun. It'll be fun to see everybody, and
I'm excited
and all of that. And I expect to see Vince at some point, and maybe he'll take a stunner. Who knows?
On the same page, I wish I were more excited for the Royal Rumble.
I know. Bayley was excited today. I'm telling you, she was fired up. She's excited about it.
Yeah, I get that they're making history with the Women's Rumble, but I believe this is probably baseline level of excitement for me, in that really no match is speaking to me outside of the Royal Rumble, and not the Dumble, but the Rumble.
No, I hate what they did with the SmackDown title match, making that a handicap thing.
Yeah.
I don't like the triple threat with Braun Strowman just because I know what's going to happen. I know Brock Lesnar's going to win again.
Right.
I don't know what else is even going to be part of the card. Like, whatever.
There's the U.S. title tournament finals, which isn't missing with me yet, but I mean, it's a U.S. title tournament.
But I do love the Rumble, man. I always love the Rumble.
Oh, and you got Usos versus Shelton Benjamin and Gable in a 2 out of 3 falls match. That could deliver. Yeah,
that'll take 30 minutes. I don't know how they're going to fit all this in.
It's 4.
You got an hour. You got an hour Rumble and another hour Rumble.
Yeah, it's going to be 4 hours. They said. Well, 5 with the pre-show.
2+ hours of just rumbling alone.
Yeah, it's a lot. I agree. So, it's pretty low level excitement for the Rumble. Although that is a show that I usually get together with the guys with. I'm hoping to this year, and the Rumble live is fun. Again, if you watch a Rumble anytime on tape, it's not fun to me. But watching a Rumble live and not knowing who wins is fun to me.
It's always fun. Yes, it is. I agree. We watched the Rumble together, the one Benoit won, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds... Did Benoit... No, oh, yeah, live we did in 2004. You're absolutely right. Yeah. And then on tape, we watched the next year's, which... because you weren't able to make it over that night. But that was the one that had that amazing Vince McMahon tears both of his, what were they, quads or hammies or whatever?
Tore his quads, and he's just sitting in the ring looking up, yelling at everybody.
That was such a... from the Something to Wrestle With podcast with Bruce and Conrad, I've learned the full story about what was going on because the ending got screwed up.
He wasn't supposed to go out there, but Bischoff wasn't in the building anymore.
Right. So they had to call an audible because Batista was supposed to win, and it looked like a tie. So McMahon's like, send Bischoff out there to address this. Bischoff left early and didn't tell anybody. He kind of snuck out a little earlier.
Oh, boy.
So McMahon's now steaming mad that they can't find Bischoff. He's steaming mad that the ending got screwed up of the big pay-per-view. So he stumbles out there doing a all over the top McMahon, and he tears both of his quads on the way to the ring and delivers the weirdest promo sitting out flat foot. It was so fun. It's still one of my favorite wrestle crap moments of all time.
100% McMahon. Nobody knew he was supposed to even be out there. The next thing you know, the boss, the chairman, is sitting in the ring with his legs blown out, screaming at everybody.
It was so funny. So we watched that the next day. I remember you came over for Raw and we watched that. Yeah, but we watched one in your old apartment, and it was the one Benoit won. And that was a really good show in 2004. If you watch that whole card, really
it was wonderful.
Show.
But it's one of those shows they don't really talk about anymore because they don't. I mean, kudos to the WWE for not just blacking out all Benoit stuff. Like, you can find Benoit all over the WWE network inside of pay-per-views. So
yeah,
that Rumble's still available. But they don't really advertise that Benoit's all over the place.
Yeah, it's not like a best of Benoit collection going up anytime soon.
That's not coming.
So I don't have. What else did you like from Raw?
Okay, I'll tell you what I liked. The only other note I had, other than I really liked the show and I liked Braun Strowman stuff. Welcome back, Curb Stomp.
Possibly. Do you think that's what this means?
They have a new name for it.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that part. What is it?
What was called the Blackout or something like that. They had a different name for it. It's not Curb Stomp. Dude, that knee thing he did, that short armed knee was weak looking, and they needed to fix it.
Don't forget the pedigree.
Well, he needed to not have Triple H's finisher too. I don't mind the Curb Stomp. It can't be any more dangerous than the coup de grace. Can't be.
Has anyone been hurt from the Curb Stomp? I don't remember.
I don't know. I feel like Sheamus has hurt more people with his boot than the Curb Stomp ever did.
The brogue
and
kick.
I feel the brogue kick, and I feel like Seth Rollins, if you were to find one move that it's the most dangerous move he does, which one would you pick? I picked the one that took out Balor and Sting. The buckle bomb.
The turnbuckle bomb. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So, well, the only thing is, if something's going to go wrong with the Curb Stomp, something's going to go wrong with the Curb Stomp. But
something could go wrong with a tombstone. Something could go wrong with the Styles Clash. I mean, anything can go wrong.
Oh, I asked Ellsworth about the Styles Clash. Well, things didn't go wrong with that, but they certainly came close.
They came close. Did you like that? Was it something you noticed when the Curb Stomp happened? Because I was like, yes. Oh, hey there. I didn't think you were coming back.
Yeah, it was nice to see the Curb Stomp. I agree. It's a better finish for him. Steve sent me a note that WWE is afraid of kids mimicking the Curb Stomp, which I suppose could be the case. But
Hell in the Cell's okay. jumping off of cages, jumping off a rope.
What man, I had a point and I forget what it is now. But I had something. I lost it. About
the injury moves, dangerous moves?
Yeah, I don't remember. I was happy to see the Curb Stomp back, though.
Yeah, I was too.
So, anything else? I thought it was goofy going back to the Braun Strowman stuff that, like, Kurt was so irate about what Brock did last week that he waited a week to fire him.
Had to do it on TV, baby.
Had to do it on TV. At least they acknowledged it. I remember Booker T saying that, like, he could have sent him an email, could have called him, could have had a meeting before. Why did you wait a week? So at least they acknowledged that was a little goofy, don't you know?
Right. I thought the throwing of Michael Cole looked a little goofy. Like, it was like he had a harder time getting Michael Cole up than he did flipping the truck.
And you have all those people just waiting for them. And by the way, I believe the way that they had a camera nearby, you heard people saying good job in that pile once they caught Michael Cole.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it's fun. I'm having fun with it. You get me to buy in on the character, you'll get me to suspend disbelief for that character. And right now, Braun Strowman's my favorite thing.
Yeah, I get it. But it's also, like you said, it's doubly frustrating because you have all this stuff and how strong he is. and it never amounts to anything. Please do something with. You got a star on your hands.
He's got to win now. I thought, if anything, firing him was a brilliant move because it keeps him out of getting the loss against Kane and Brock Lesnar, and then have him just show up and throw everybody out of the Rumble and then win the Rumble. And then I'm telling you, main event of Mania, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, that would put butts in seats. For sure. Even though we already saw it, I feel like we could see it again.
Yeah, no, I agree. But we're gonna wind up with Brock and Reigns. You'll see.
You'll see.
You know.
You know who's not gonna win the Royal Rumble? Bayley.
No, I don't think she probably will. But I'm glad you got to talk to her. I know you got to get out of here, right?
I do.
So tomorrow we'll review SmackDown. And remind me, I want to bring up something I saw. Not on we kind of talked about Enzo's last week, his Straight to the Source. But I caught up on Alexa Bliss's and Sasha Banks.
Sure, I didn't see that one yet, but I'll watch it if you want to give me homework.
It wouldn't hurt, but you can enjoy my comment on this without seeing it.
Okay.
And also I want to remind everyone, this will be our last week broadcasting these on Kiss FM. Please subscribe to the GBF channel. Give me 1 second. Let me find out their I should have their actual, I believe it's 103 GBF Rocks.
GBF Rocks your socks.
Don't make it more confusing, please.
.com. That's not right. Rocking your socks with GBF.
So
G stands for .com.
Okay. Hold on, because you're really gonna confuse people. YouTube.com/103 GBF Rocks. Okay, and subscribe to that channel because that's where.
What is it again? Because it sounded like you said gravel, books, and firetrucks.com. What is it?
What are you doing to me? I got to do. I have to mention. You're killing me.
Okay, give the real deal.
YouTube.com/103 GBF Rocks.
It's perfect.
What's your problem?
I'm just playing around. When you get down to business and I keep messing with you, it's one of the funniest things.
No, but I mean, like, this is how people are going to watch us, and you're trying to muddle it up.
No, I'm not muddling it up. We got it. It's YouTube.
Screw with me. Go, please. Go ahead.
Say it again. I forget what it is. Repeat it one more time.
It's youtube.com/GBF Rocks.
GBF Rocks. Perfect. There it is.
I'm sorry. It's 103 GBF Rocks.
Oh, my God.
See, can you just let...
You're going to be so mad at me. Okay, ready? One more time. I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to hold it up, and then everyone's going to see it.
YouTube.com.
Hold on. YouTube.com/103
GBF Rocks. So that's all there is. You just go subscribe to that. And like I said, if you're one of the guys who just waits for me to share it on Facebook, you can't. All I see is the news type behind it, and it's Rocks. It's ROCKS.
That's what I put.
Oh, is there an S there?
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's perfectly clear now.
Whoops. There you go. Whoops. There you go.
Are you proud of yourself?
I didn't mean for this to turn into a thing. I didn't mean to upset you.
I mean, I'm just trying to get people to come over with us because we're changing where we're coming from.
Right. No, we have it now. We go youtube.com/103 GBF Rocks.
Actually, the funny thing is now they'll probably remember it.
I'm telling you, we just hammered it down their heads. See?
No one's head took a bigger pounding than mine. I can tell you that one.
Stick with me. Listen, I'll flip a production truck. Rob's getting pissed. Good.
103 youtube.com/103 GBF Rocks. Subscribe to that page, and that's how you're going to get all the future videos live. If you just wait for me to share them on Facebook, you're going to just see me. You can still do the same thing. That's where we're going next week. This is our last week on Kiss. Got it?
YouTube.com/103 GBF Rocks with an S.
You got it. You know.
Perfect.
Doot, doot, doot.
You know.
Mother effer.
That was funny.